So what we are doing today is we want to learn that we can still get a lot more information from this simple, lovely 9-card spread. This is a very easy spread, but so detailed. We remember that we can read in groups to the left, to the right, up and down, and also across. Okay, this center card is very important. In this case, this is the number 31, a very important card, and you can relate them with each card that's on the side. Let's see, we will place 2 cards here on the 31. And remember, the important spread is the 9-card spread. This is like looking behind the scenes, but it's very useful in some occasions. So we have again something very important, because remember, the sun lights some situation up or some people up. So we have something very important, a news that will come to your ears. And this is going to happen pretty soon. Probably it already happened or it will happen, but there will be a lot of communication, like in a small group. Probably this person will have a meeting tonight, or a meeting this afternoon, or having some dinner with friends, and it could be very probable that there will be some news on the table. This will be a very chatty occasion, I guess. Okay, so you remember you can add these cards, the 31, the 32, and the 12, and this gives a 44. We do not have 44 cards, but we have the 4 plus 4 is 8. So there is information, apparently important information, that will come to your ears or this person's ears very soon in a small group. This could also be gossip. We remember that the birds, the chicken or owls, or however is the name for this card number 12, could also represent the gossip. Okay, it will be quite interesting, I think. We remember that we also can add these cards. This gives also an extra information. We have the 15, the 31, and the 11, and we have the 57. So there will be a lot of talking going on again and again. And this might be about a man. Yes, it could be a man, short, some kilos extra probably. And yeah, it could be a very friendly person, of course. The bear is a very friendly person. If we talk about the profession of this person, probably this is like the boss in some area, in a company. Okay. We are not in detailed reading. What we want to see is what happens if we put extra cards on this spread. So we will place 2 cards here, where we have the clouds, the ring, and the fish. Remember, you can add this. It gives a 35, so there is apparently something emotionally going on in a woman, in the relationship between these two. These two have connection, definitely. There are doubts, there are fears, there are worries also about the relationship, about the probably marriage, and also about money. Okay, this is definitely very important. Okay, yeah, and money seems to be quite important for this woman. Then we have the card number 11. Again, I place 2 cards here on this. This is an 11, a 17, and a 14. 11, 17, 14, and this is a 42. Okay, so we can see behind the scenes, if we place extra cards on this 9-card spread, remember the basics are the 9 cards. This is like looking behind the scenery, because we are very curious and we want to understand in a deeper form, get more clues about the situation or about a person. Okay, and when we see here the cards, for example, we have the 11 and a 17. So yeah, there is a lot of discussion going on in this relationship, definitely. And if we see the 17, for example, the 17 and the 14. We had in all these days, we have had so many times the fox. This is so astonishing. Well, probably they have already had discussions about changing something. Okay, I cannot see separation here, but I see a lot of problems going on, worries. But these two cards together, the stork and the fox is like eating the stork. So this is a card that expresses changes. But if the fox eats the stork, what happens? Voila, changes are like in standby. Okay, so this chicken is not ready yet, I would say. We can place 2 more cards. Maybe we get some extra information here. All right. Yes. So balance, harmony is very important in this person's life, and also what other people say. Okay, there is so much worry about this. All right. Both are quite worried about this. Okay, so there is a decision to take. We have the decision card down here. We will place 2 cards and we get 22 plus an 18 plus a 13, and this is the 81. So there will be some decision taking, that's for sure. Remember that Jupiter is now in Virgo, so details are important. We will really be questioning our relationships, professional and personal relationships, but we also will be, able to take decision probably further on in a more appropriate way, because now we are considering details, hidden information. So this is quite interesting. This is a lot of cards on the table right now. It looks a bit confusing, but if we put these cards here to the side, we get back to our basic reading. Okay, and we see what is really important. It's basically the same. We have just a little bit more detailed information to understand what is going on and which advice we could give to our client or to our consultant. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. This is Lenormand classes a la Mexicana. Kikis de la Creme is teaching, and this will be continued. Tschüss, 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 tschüss.